Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Creative Juice with Adeleke and Aladekoba. Our conversations on this podcast is to let people know creativity is not a reserve of the so-called core creatives like your graphic artists, your musicians, and all. Everyone has creativity in them, and every field has creativity in it. You just have to learn how to see it and how to use it. And it's the reason why we bring our guests on this show to let us know how they have used creativity to get along in their career. Some of them, it took them a while to start, but haven't started. They have mastered the art of being creative in getting results. No one goes into anything just for the fun of it. You want to have results. And our goal is that the people who bring on as guests on the show us how to find the path to get to that result. Now, on today's episode, I have a very, very dear friend of mine, a brother, and I'll be telling you some of the things, how we got to meet and how we built a relationship to where it is now. But, it's one thing to be in a field and another thing entirely to set yourself apart, especially when that field is crowded. It is not for the faint of heart. So you can hear him smile. On my guest on the show, let me just say a little bit about him. Is someone I respect a lot in how he has set himself apart, not just in a crowded market, but in a market that everyone is going after the same thing, but every time is closing deals, closing deals, closing deals. There has to be something he's doing right. Not that I'm saying other people are not doing things right, but in the context of this episode, there are certain things I've seen him show in how he does his business that has set him apart. He is one of the leading realtors in Calgary, dare I say, even in Alberta, and dare I say, in Canada. Because, and we don't flatter here, but the results speak for themselves. Is someone who I was there when the whole journey started because
Right.
I got the privilege to create a brand, which we'll also talk about. But my guest on today's episode of the show is my friend and brother, Emmanuel Olorunrinu.
Hello, sir, Mr. Lakey.
Very few people call him Mr. Aleke, and the way he calls it makes it very unique. When you call him, I can tell when he's less busy and very busy. If he's very busy, he goes, "Hey, bro, what's up?" And then once you're done with the conversation, before you say anything, boom,
Bye-bye.
he's gone. But if he's in the children, hey, Mr. Lakey, we can have a longer conversation.
Right.
But I say that to say that it's fantastic to know how to respect people's time. And for him to make out time to do this, I don't take it for granted. He has said I should stop saying it, but I'll still say it so that we can bring him some other time. But
All right.
you 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 come across as someone that is very unassuming. But when it comes to doing the work, you go all out. Now, before we talk about that, we do something on the show and we're going to start that way.
Okay, tell me about it.
I purposely didn't tell you. If
Okay.
you look behind you, you'll see a sign that says, if you could
Right.
open a door to anywhere, where would you go?
Where would you go?
No, where would you go?
Okay. So you need me to answer this one, hey?
Yes.
All right. If I could open the door to anywhere, where would I go? I would go to a land filled with opportunities.
Hmm.
And when I say opportunities, I mean, I want to go to a place whereby I have options
Hmm.
and there have the opportunity to, explore
Wow.
and then take up one or two and not just use it for myself, but for everyone at large.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've known you for, I think, about 4 or 5 years now. That answer sort of summarizes the kind of person that you are. So let's start from the beginning,
Okay.
even way before we met, right? You are a realtor now. Well, was that always what you wanted to be, or what you always wanted to do?
Good question. That wasn't actually what I wanted to do. I'm privileged, I'll say, to find myself being a realtor, but truth be said, I was actually into mental health first
Okay.
as a profession before I transitioned into becoming a realtor. But there was just one factor which is the reason why I'm a realtor, which is I wanted to be one of the players in in real estate,
Okay.
which is owning investment properties.
Okay.
In Calgary, where I live, and my family as well. So, being one of the players in there, I thought that the best and smart approach would be to be a professional rather
Yeah.
in that line so that I can get first-hand information. And, I enrolled for the course and then here we go. So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember when we met for the first time, a mutual friend had sent your contact that, okay, you were looking to develop the brand.
Yes.
And all he told me was, is into real estate. Now, I've done quite a few brands in real estate back in Nigeria. And then before I came here, right when he said that, my mind started to already craft what it was going to be like. And then when I spoke to you, you said, you know what, this is not a phone conversation. Let's meet, sit down, and let me share my vision with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember we met at Starbucks, and the very first, when we got talking, and then you said, I do not want to look like your regular realtor where people expect this is what it should look like.
Yeah.
I don't want house in the logo. I'll confess you, when you said that, I said, now we're talking. Yeah, because I like projects that challenge me. And you said, and it's not going to be my name.
Right.
And I'm like, so what are we talking about? And then I hear Go2Guy. Immediately you said Go2Guy, my mind went to all form. It's like you put a child in a candy store. He's going to go bonkers and he's just grabbing it. So I was just stretching and I said, okay, let's keep talking about it. And what struck me was you wanted to be a realtor in a field that is not just regulated. You know what to expect in terms of logo, in terms of look and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said, no, I want to be that, but I do not want to. All those things that you regularly would have, I don't want them.
I know.
What? So my first question for you would be, why did you think that way?
Well, I would say I'm someone who thinks deep. I think a lot and I think deep, and I kind of try to stand out in whatever I'm doing and whatever I go into. Also, not deviating from the policies, procedures, and the regulatory regulations that surround a particular thing. Now, speaking about real estate, in Alberta,
yeah,
it's a regulated, like strictly regulated industry.
Guys, oh my God.
Strictly regulated, even up until, your brand and everything.
Yeah.
So, in as much as I also want to kind of stand out, not look like the regular people.
Yeah.
So I put in a lot of, thoughts to it. Now, firstly, came up with the name Go2Guy.
Yes.
I would say it's not by my doing. It's something that name actually came up with, having sought the face of God.
Yeah.
Prayed about it. Not just prayed, but fasted about it. And, there was a confirmation that, came that, okay, that's the name I should go with. Because also I'm a believer, strong believer, and I believe
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I put God in everything I do
100%.
first. So the name came up, and knowing fully well that that's one name. Though my grandma, she's not educated.
Yeah.
And I grew up with her, though she's not educated, but she says it in our language, well, back home in Yoruba, that, okay, there's Emmanuel Olorunrinu, let me translate it, which is, you seem like you have answers to, you're someone people ask questions, and you've tried to figure out, you try to figure out things for them. So she kept saying that, sometimes she would tease me about using, the language you were saying
did she compose a song for you with it?
We'll come to that. So she would tease me about that, and sometimes she would even, not just tease now, she would be bitter about, sometimes if I'm overly doing things, she'll call my attention to it, and still that same name, she would use it in such a way that she'll use it to spite me, kind of.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, fast forward, when I saw the face of God, what name can I use to be different in this real estate journey of mine? It struck me, and I interpreted that Yoruba name.
Yeah.
What grandma used to say, I interpreted it to English, and that's how the name Go2Guy, came about.
Yeah.
And when it struck me, I had to now go with the compliance part of, the profession in real estate. So it's you just need to, use your name.
Yeah.
One of the things you need to do in Alberta, if you want to become a realtor, is they will tell you have to trade in your name, your first name and your last name.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, how do I bring the name Go2Guy and as well my first name and last name?
Yeah.
And, infuse both together. Yeah. I knew I couldn't have, I couldn't just come up with everything all by myself.
Yeah.
I needed someone that, is creative, has the experience, also has an in-depth in the creative industry.
Yeah.
I needed someone that also understands my person, or could understand where I'm coming from, and also not just that, but where I'm also going.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about
where you start,
where I start. Someone that can
yeah.
also project things, to the future. I needed that person, and bam, I met with Adeleke, and I remember that day. I called you up and we met in Starbucks. Just there, I remember clearly, vividly, in
Creekside
Starbucks, right there. We had a conversation, and here we go.
The rest of the day is history. Let me tell you how that conversation went, right? And so there was no ambiguity about what he wanted. The challenge was now, how do we marry the Go2Guy and Emmanuel Olorunrinu together? So it was easy. And I like the fact that he mentioned the area about his faith. Anytime, even the guys I work with, they know when, for example, when we're going for photo shoots, right?
Yeah.
I pray a very funny prayer. I say, God, we're going again. If you don't help us, we will shoot nonsense. And the first time I prayed, my colleague was like, I said, yes, you'll be shocked. Until he went for a photo shoot. I was filming, you can do it all. That camera wasn't working, nothing was working.
You never know where things can flop.
Okay, what have I not done? Then he remembered, and then immediately he said it. I said all of a sudden it was like, he became another person, what he wasn't seeing before. The camera started working right. I said, oh, don't worry. So these are not things that will trivialize. So when we were going for that meeting, I said that to say this. I was going for that meeting with you. I said, okay, God, I know I'm skilled at this. But I am not going there as a skilled person. I'm going there as someone that knows nothing. If you don't help me,
right,
I'm going to have a client that is not happy. That was exactly what I said. So when you brought that point, I said, okay, how do we do this? And then I just had a flash idea that says, Emmanuel Olorunrinu is your Go2Guy. And that was how we brought the two together.
Right.
And, it now became, we're not going to do one brand. We're going to do a brand for the Go2Guy.
And as well.
And then Emmanuel Olorunrinu.
Olorunrinu.
So that way you can I am Emmanuel Olorunrinu. I'm a realtor,
Yes.
right?
And
But I
then
am your
your
go-to
go-to
guy.
guy.
And
Exactly.
that was exactly how I brought everything, created the brand, and it was one of my most interesting brands to create because I'm going to flash the logo. It when you say someone is your go-to guy, meaning that it is not ambiguous. You know where to find him.
Right.
He's going to be here, and when you get there, you know what to expect.
And is he always there?
Oh yes, trust me.
Exactly.
I'm sure you've seen this. I don't know how this man does it. Is on every social media space. We're going to get into that aspect
Okay.
of because yes, you're creative in marketing, but there are delivery steps you took. So, and I like that I said something that he needed someone who could understand where it was going. So I said, if you're going to, it's audacious saying you're the go-to guy. So what if the market changes? Are you still the go-to guy? What if prices go up? What if they fall? What if people are not, they don't have the boldness to go into the market? Are you still going to be that go-to guy? I said, bros, leave that aspect to me.
Just leave that.
So I needed that buy-in to say, okay, let's go to town. So everybody navigating knows that the location pin is the universally accepted icon, right? To say this is where something is.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we take advantage of what's already existing and make it your own, right? So went through the color scheme and all of that, and then we came up with the icon you're seeing, came up with the first set of designs, and my job is to get my clients at that point. You were still a client, right? Is to get you going. Just this you can run anywhere. And look, the way this man ran, which is where we're going to go into now. And it's beautiful when you see your brand being used. You see the pictures, you see the flyers and everything. All of a sudden, Emmanuel tells me, Aleki, man, it's not just Calgary. We're going beyond Calgary. We're going beyond Calgary. And I'm like, okay, I hear you. So what do you need? Okay, I need a roll-up banner. I need this. Yeah. It takes fantastic pictures. See, let me tell you something. Emmanuel is the kind of person that you want to be wary of. Don't have a camera close and let him not be dressed well. Trust me, that it can turn to a photo shoot. And the first time I didn't know. He said, okay, photo shoot. I said, okay, come over. And he opens his car and I'm seeing, how many suits are there? Bro, are you going to dry clean? He said, no, this is not for dry cleaning. We're shooting all this,
I remember.
And I'm like, dude, but that made me understand how far he was willing to go. You took those pictures and you were able to use it across all boards. And it didn't look like you were repeating.
Yes.
Because, of course, when you bring almost half of your wardrobe.
I know, right?
And I remember, this funny one when I came to take photos for your wife.
Okay.
And we practically tell you, get out of the house. Because you were tempted to, should I just go and change account?
I know, right?
I said, no. This is for your wife. But it brings us to the question of, in the real estate industry, right, it's almost like everybody is struggling to look their best.
Right.
Everybody wants to drive the fly cars and, have the best speech, have the best, how does perception and how you look in real estate play a role in how you come across to your clients?
Well, good question. I would say it's, for me, I want to talk about intentionality.
Okay.
I'm very intentional about what I do and how I also present myself.
Yeah.
Now, not just myself now, but the brand, the business.
True.
Because I'm not just the only one now.
Yeah.
Right? By God's grace, the brand has
grown.
So
how many are you guys now?
So we're a team of about 9. I would say 9, yes. Team of 9, and we're still growing.
Oh yeah.
And we'll keep growing. Yeah. So, it also starts with the head of the team.
Yeah.
How the head presents himself or herself.
Yeah.
It has a way of
trickling down.
Everybody. So I'm very intentional. I'm very deliberate. Now, these are things that I do not take for granted. I don't take for granted. So whenever you get me on board to represent you,
Oh,
you know, in real estate or not even in the social space as well,
Yeah.
if I'm inclined with it, you'd see me putting my best to it because I love excellence. I don't either we do it right
Oh, we
and
don't
it's
do it.
excellent, or we do not bother doing it.
Excellent or nothing.
Excellent or nothing. Yes. And I'm a firm believer of everyone, every client, customer, family members, or whosoever you are, giving a service, providing a service to, they deserve excellence. They deserve the best. Be it they are paying for it or not. Everyone deserves excellence. So I put out myself in such a way that we are delivering excellence to everyone. And that being said, it has paid off.
Oh, yeah.
Diligence is also one thing.
Tell me about that.
Diligence. Even the Bible says something about being diligent.
Yeah.
Show me a man who is diligent in his work.
Kings,
He will stand before kings and not men. Yes. So people see, people watch. People know when you're just doing something for, the reward or the money you want to get. They sense it, they know, but that's not my case. Whenever I am representing someone or a customer, it's not for what comes to my head first. It's to do it well, to be there for them.
Yeah.
You get to meet that need that they really want. It's not about, how much am I gonna get from this? How much, it's not about that. Those are secondary.
Yeah.
And whenever anyone can tell that, this person is not just
in for the money.
Yeah. They feel welcome. They feel relaxed. They trust you.
True.
You get.
True.
And then you deliver. So that's part of diligence.
Yeah.
You get. That's my own definition of diligence. I express it in that way. And then people just automatically trust.
True.
The services or trust me, and
I think you're trying to be modest. So I'm just going to say you earn trust, and trust especially in today's time doesn't come cheap.
Yes, it doesn't.
People are parting away with maybe arguably their largest investments upon that time. And then here's this guy that says he's the go-to person. But I've seen you work, right? And the way you do it over time, the automatic aspect of that is a series of events that leads to people, relinquishing that trust, saying, you know what, I trust you to do things in my best interest. Right? And I used to tell people this, that as a creative, maybe I'm doing my video, photo shoot, whatever, or anyone, if you do good work, somebody's going to ask,
right on,
who did this?
Right on.
On the flip side, if you do bad work, somebody is also going to ask, who did this? So the question is, which who did this that you want to answer to? And I'm going to use that as a segue to go to something unique that you do, which is where the creativity also shows up.
Okay.
So Emmanuel has a thing with appreciation. At the end of every year, he has the Go2Guy Christmas party. I was privileged to be part of the very first one. The second one, due to prior commitments, I couldn't attend. But the Christmas party is where you become, eat, mingle, and it's just for his clients, people who have trusted you to, closing on their home, either the investment property or their residential. And also, you involved the home builders also, who you have worked with.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to say something, but the first one, while I was there, it wasn't really prominent that you were including the home builders, even though they were invited. But that's what I like about you, how you improve. The second year, you were in partnership with Shane Holmes.
Yes.
And So I'm going to let's run through this. Why did you decide that the best way to appreciate people was not to just give hampers, but to actually gather them together in one room, feed them with the food was amazing, by the way. The mocktails, everything was on point. The comedy, the people, and you brought. I also noticed that the vendors you used were people that you knew. Some were your clients.
So
Yeah,
apparently,
tell me about it.
let me interrupt you a little
Yeah.
bit. Apparently, Patty Ward, who happened to be my wife, she was the event planner and coordinator.
Why would not be your wife? you want
So-
to sleep at home?
All those vendors you're talking about,
Yeah.
she coordinated everything. And in fact, the event you guys saw that looked so beautiful from the very first Christmas party
Yeah,
that we did, of course, to the one we will still do this year by
Definitely.
God's grace.
definitely.
She would coordinate that. She does an excellent job in that. That being said, you did mention that it's just only those that we've done business with that we bring or we kind of entertain during the Christmas party, but that's not the case.
Okay.
So we've actually opened it up to everyone, anyone that wants to come,
Nice.
have good time. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas is a time of celebration,
Yeah.
and some people might not have or be opportune to have the opportunity to mingle with a lot of people in one gathering, right?
Yeah.
But that's part of the purpose of we bringing this together, so that everyone can be in the Christmas season, have fun. It's nothing. I would say clearly, it's nothing salesy.
Definitely.
Christmas part is nothing salesy. We don't get your information so we can now use it to start sending you, messages. No, that's not the point.
Yeah.
It's for you to just come have fun. And over the years, the Go2Guy Real Estate, we've built good partnership with Shane Holmes.
Definitely.
I would say the best builder in Calgary as we speak.
Yeah.
And well, there are reasons why I say they are the best builders in
Yeah.
Calgary. There are several reasons.
Yeah.
I would say that. Let me just mention two.
Sure.
Now, these guys, when it comes to being family oriented,
Yeah.
they got it. As a builder,
Yeah.
they treat each client and family like as though they treat them as though it's family.
It's an extension.
It's an extension. Exactly. And I'm like, okay, this kind of, it's just like
their values that you hold.
The values I hold. So I would love to, partner with these guys or take my clients to them. Well, it started with me taking my clients to, them. Whenever you go to any of their show homes, what they've instilled in their area sales managers or their
new home advisors,
new home advisors, man, so wonderful. Customer service is beautiful. So those are the things I also want my clients to experience and also enjoy, even post possession as well. Call them for anything. They are there. They are there to support you, unlike some other builders that are out there that after you've closed on their property, that's almost like handshake, end of the transaction.
Yeah.
But for Shane, this is not the case. So anyways, I collaborated the Christmas party with them.
Yeah.
The last one, because I wanted them to also have the opportunity to come and experience Christmas, how Nigerian Canadians.
Oh yeah. The African way.
The African way. I would say not just Nigerian now, but the African way of celebrating. I wanted them to come experience it for themselves. And oh geez, up until today, they still talk about it, that they had a swell time. And and hopefully, I don't know, possibly, maybe we could always get such partnership going forward, because I'm open to that.
I'm going to say something to that. It's especially for African immigrants in this part of the world, right? There's always that touchy subject of race. There's also that touchy subject of integration. And what you did, right? When I saw that collaboration, I smiled because I knew exactly what you were doing. There are conversations that each divide wants to have, but there's usually that barrier of how do we cross it? Now, celebration is universal.
Right
Having
on.
friends and families around is
It's
universal.
universal.
But how do we create that space where we can all be in that room and then those conversations can happen? So your Christmas party was one of those bridge breakers or barrier breakers to bring, because let's learn from one another. Your
Right.
culture, my culture, experience mine,
Mhm.
even as I live here, experiencing yours, right?
Mhm.
So, which is why I said the creative juice is all, not just for creatives, but how creativity has been deployed in this case to tear down barriers, right, and
on.
bring people in that room, which
Mhm.
is something I would definitely celebrate you for doing.
Thank you so much.
It's one of the first, and I won't be surprised if other people start to do the same,
Why not?
which is very, very commendable. So the Go2Guy Christmas party, you've heard it, is an open invite.
Open invite.
Trust me, the food is good, the drinks are good, and the
Right.
people, they're the best.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
So if we could continue, let's continue this way, right? Let's talk about the swag that Go2Guy has.
Go on.
No, I wasn't going to.
swag are you
No,
talking
I
about?
wasn't going to let you know. So, I'm working, and then I get a phone call, and it's, "Hey, bro, I'm sending you a picture. I want to do that." And I look at it, it's a mug. Another time, it's something else. Another time, it's a notebook. And you just keep going, you keep upping the game,
Right.
And then the latest one I see, and I'm going to give you from a brand and perception perspective, I'm going to explain what this is. I see that you have your own branded socks, pair of socks.
Oh yeah, which I'm wearing now.
You know,
I'm always wearing.
So I'm going to let you answer the question: what led you to think in that direction in terms of, putting your brand out there? Because you're a realtor. People should just sell house. What you are doing, some people say you're doing too much, but in my field, that is what you should do. So what led you to want to have swags for your brand that you could give people that are functional? What led to that thinking?
Creativity. I want to stand out, like I said earlier on, and that's my identity.
Yeah.
And that's also the business identity. So when there's an identity to something, you don't just want to, put it in a cave.
Yeah.
You want everyone to know about it, right?
True.
Especially if you're doing it right. Now, our mantra is impacting lives positively through real estate. If we know, which we are doing, that we are impacting lives, we want everyone out there
to know about it.
Right? And part of the measures, part of the ways that people will get to know about this is, our materials reaching far and wide.
Even where you are not present.
Even where we are not present.
Yeah.
So when we give out things, souvenirs, we put a whole lot of thought to it. We put a lot of thought to it that, okay, we're giving this out, well, because we want lives out there to be a beneficiary of, what the services we are providing.
Yeah.
So that being said, I mean, the socks.
That's actually my favorite.
The
socks is
hoodies,
the
hoodies, where
the water bottles.
Oh, the water bottles. We even have a hat now.
Nice.
We have a very lovely hat. So we also put in those creative thoughts to, the time of the year. Now we're in summer, right? People need to cover their
from the sun
face from the sun. So we have like a branded hat, which, if you haven't gotten one, you really need to get one of those hats.
I'm definitely going to get one.
It's really sleek. I love it myself. And, during the winter season, the hoodie is needed. You want to stay warm, right?
Needed.
Exactly. And the notepads, just name it. So that being said, even the sock too. When we go to who doesn't wear a sock in Alberta?
Yeah.
Most people wear socks. So I mean, when you go out there, you want to wear the sock. We have different colors of it. Yeah, you can match it with anything.
You know, I was talking about the socks, and this is so. Let's do a quick perception marketing 101 here. Now, in this part of the world, everybody is practically in their socks indoors.
Exactly.
For like 90% of the time.
Right.
Now, imagine a situation where I am going to maybe have a conversation with someone in a home or have a discussion, and I take off my shoes, and you are seeing my brand in my socks. There is no way you're forgetting that. Now, it is not just noticeable. It is not just, something that catches your eye. It becomes a memorable thing. Now, the person wearing it now matches the audacity to wear the socks with excellent quality service. Who do you think you are going to go to when it's time to make a decision for your home? Pun intended. So, yeah, go ahead.
So I was going to just chip in something that I've had people call me or send me messages that, okay, someone is wearing a Go2Guy sock here, and just for the fact that they saw someone wearing it, it created a conversation.
Yeah.
Around real estate.
Yeah.
And that is creativity there.
Oh, definitely.
Because socks, just looking at the socks, is the reason why people are talking about, or a conversation kind of started, and they're talking about real estate.
Real estate. Yeah.
And you would be so shocked that things like that is actually what makes the difference, or could make a difference in someone's life. It started with viewing the socks.
Yeah.
Real estate conversation started.
And then the next thing, you're closing the house.
The next thing, it could even be a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
Or it could be an investor. And okay, the real estate conversation started, and they'll be like, okay, don't you think you're supposed to buy, you need a house at the moment, or you shouldn't be renting that?
Yeah.
But remember, it started with what?
With the socks.
With the socks.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they will be like, okay, so who is this go-to guy? Or who is this person? And then, bam, they give me a call.
You know what I said about if you do good work, somebody's going to say, who did this?
Exactly.
And, in a very regulated field like real estate, you have, in different occasions, used creativity to get out of the boundaries and get results over and over and over and over again. You understand? So now I want to know, right? I'm not going to sit here and think that all deals are straightforward.
Oh no.
Some are very challenging. Some, for the challenging ones, how have you been able to navigate them and still deliver on value and, still get them to be happy?
Well, I would say there's a saying, there's an adage that if you want to go fast, right, you go alone.
Yeah.
And if you want to go far, you go with people. I don't roll alone. I do not roll alone. I call them Voltrons.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't know what a Voltron is made up of different...
Are you trying to expose our age that we're old here? You guys go do your research.
Voltron, exactly.
It's part of our childhood.
Exactly. It's part of our childhood. It's made up of different, people. So anyways, I have people that I, not just partner with, I do business with as well.
Yeah.
And then we brainstorm together. Now, these are professionals now. Now, I'll start with the team members. Sometimes I just want to hear their thoughts.
Yeah.
I put it to them that, okay, this is a situation or the scenario. What would you do?
Yeah.
And then they share their thoughts with me.
Their thoughts with you. And that's it. Sometimes I call mortgage brokers that, we've done business together in the past or we're still doing. I call them up. I give them the scenario
And then I share with them, of course, they figure it out. The lawyers as well. I have lawyers
Yeah.
and accountants.
Yeah.
Sometimes we work with different
Everybody,
professionals,
you know,
because before you can, purchase a house, you have to ensure that, well, let me say this, for all realtors out there, for free, this is an advice for you all. You want to get deals done quick and close on deals, don't just start looking for houses for them. Let that not be your first thing to do.
Yeah.
Try to figure out, help your clients, look out for them, help them with ensuring that their financials
are in good standing.
Yeah. Before setting out. Now, you ensuring that, of course, is referring them to about the regulatory body, RECA, Real Estate Council of Alberta, states that you have to, recommend or refer about 3 professionals.
Yes.
Do that. Refer professionals that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
To your clients.
That's in terms of the finances.
In terms of the finances, exactly. Okay. Refer them first. Now, this is for realtors. Now, I'm just because some realtors just boom,
the house.
They just take them to start showing and all that. No, start with the financial part. Get them pre-approved, pre-qualified, then possibly approved. If it's a pre-con, based on the number of months they would build, get them that approval locked in. Look out for your client. Be deliberate. Take it as it's your house. You're buying.
Yeah.
Right? If you do that,
so
you will scale real quick.
Have you had a situation where you, like you said, were looking out for your client, and then they said, okay, based on this, we're not ready now, but when we're ready, we're coming to you.
Right.
And has that happened, man?
A lot.
I asked a question. Although I know the answer, because one of the ways like you talked about Go2Guy, the name being a conversation starter. The name of the media arm of the company is called We Do Creative.
Right.
So when people hear We Do, they see weed. The way I designed it looks like weed, but which is a conversation starter.
Right.
But one of the things that we pride ourselves doing is that we will help you see the gray areas that you're not looking at in terms of the kind of project you want to do, right? And even when we don't go ahead with them, they're like, the fact that you helped me to see this area that I overlooked, you know what? I will definitely make sure that I can do something with you. So what happens is that they either refer someone else to say, look, go to this person,
right,
and they will do that. So in looking after your clients and not putting what seems to be the most important thing first but last, right? Because the house is not the most important thing. Can you afford it? Are you even in a good standing to afford that house?
In a good standing?
Right? Helping them to solve that, right,
puzzle
is another creative way of being a realtor in a regulated space.
Exactly.
Now, people, because we're emotional beings, we are not always in one state. Now, but you never forget how someone made you feel. Somebody making you feel more secure in your financials to be able to purchase, which is maybe your biggest investment so far.
Right.
You don't forget those kind of people easily.
You do not.
And
they come back.
And repeat buyers, because we've had conversation where you say, okay, this is like the second house I'm getting for this person.
So
I
will say something.
Yeah,
funny.
So go ahead.
Sometime this year actually marked a particular client being a repeat buyer with me for the 4th time. That was outstanding. And it started with them purchasing their home. I was the first, I represented them in the first purchase.
Yeah.
And they now, over the years, they've been able to acquire 3 more, still using my services.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Go2Guy, you've done something good for someone, for a client, a family, to use it 4 times.
4 times.
Transactional.
You might say the second time is luck, but
exactly
4 times is not luck.
4th time is not luck.
You must be doing something right.
And I'll tell you what I think I've done right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not being transactional. I'm very relational when I, do business with people. Very relational. Well, it's not the money part. You get, like I said earlier on, it's not about the commission. It's not about I look out. I'm
For
very
people.
relational.
Yeah.
I want to know where you are in terms of financing, family,
Yeah.
your job or business. Why do you want to do this now? Those things I care, right? And that being said, I look out for you.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I'm never transactional, but rather relational in my dealings. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to share a story. Okay, Emmanuel was talking about Shane Holmes earlier. Oh, by the way, I worked with Shane Holmes for a time in my graphics career. But
Right.
so talking about the relational aspect, one of the things that I did while I was there was the rapport I was able to build with the area managers and the new home advisors. Remember when we met Trevor at the Christmas party?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, good to see you and all that. And I say that to say this, where you're talking about having done something 4 times, you must be doing something right. And this is free tip for everyone, right? If you approach any relationship, business, everything, looking for how you can make the other person's life easier, it has such a huge return on investment that it's
Exactly.
mind-boggling. So what I would do with, the area managers then was, especially those that were living in this part of that had their shows in this part. When I'm leaving the office and I knew they needed something in the show home, I didn't have to, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I would take the materials they needed in the show, like the floor plans, the brochures, and just say, hey, I'm not spending extra gas. It's on the way home, and I'll take it.
Those
Then I
little
say,
things.
hey guys, I know you need this. That is one less trip to the office to get it, and then we just have conversations. And the amount of information I got about the home industry, the amount of things I learned about the Canadian culture, the amount of things that post living channels that if those things you can't quantify it.
You cannot.
Because just one good relationship can cover up for years of you trying to get contact with someone. Oh,
yeah.
I know somebody that knows someone that can get you in there. But based on the fact of how you help their life you ease out their life, goes a long way.
Right.
So we're going to start winding this down, but I want to ask a question which I know people in your field and potential clients
Okay.
are going to want to ask. The market is in a state right now,
Right.
and people don't have the confidence to want to buy. They're like, this is not the time to buy, or they are looking at their pocket. How would you advise someone who is on the fence in investing in either a home, either for residential or investment? How would you encourage them to make that step?
Well,
in today's market?
In today's market, good question. I will tell you this for free. The global economy is in a state. And that being said, it affects everything, all industries, right? Not just real estate.
Yeah.
Even the finance industry, the agricultural, every industry out there, it affects it. That being said, there's a graph. Sometimes things get better. Sometimes it gets worse.
Yeah.
It's never
a flat
line.
Yeah.
Now, whenever things are not good, people are taking opportunities.
So opportunities exist even in the downtime.
Yes, it does exceed even in the it's available to you and I even in the downtimes. It's about you being able to open your eyes and have that willingness and courage as well to up in, because in that downtimes, well, the market is bad, but that's when it becomes cheap. So you want to take advantage when it's cheap, because eventually what happens?
It's going to go back up.
It's going to go back up.
Yeah.
And when it goes back up, You're an made person.
Yeah.
Let's even leave real estate.
Yeah.
Let's talk about stock market.
Yeah.
Same applies in the stock market. The stock you bought for an X amount of units, maybe in the year 2000 or 2001, 15 years or 16 years
down the
line, is it the same? No.
Especially when that stock appreciates.
The stock has appreciated.
Yeah.
Same thing in real estate. The property you purchased, let's even say during COVID, the price you purchased it during COVID, which was how many years ago? 4 years, 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years ago, thereabout.
Exactly. Is it the same price of house now? No. So there's a misconception that I keep hearing out there often by, when people talk. And that misconception is, how much am I going to make after I purchase a house?
Yeah.
After a year. Or maybe in 2 years.
Speak to that.
And I'm like, no, it's a misconception because, and they use the phrase flip.
Yeah.
It's a wrong notion. Why? Because when you buy, you just don't want, you can't just, automatically sell.
True.
After maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have benefited. I mean, the growth is not just from A to
B. No, it's over time.
It's over time. You have to wait. That being said, real estate, if you want to play the real game of real estate, you should be ready to hold. The big players hold.
Yeah.
Right? They hold it for a while before they sell it. Rather, what we begin to see lately is, I just want to buy, and maybe before or when it's completed, these are for investors now, not for first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
After the project is completed, they just want to,
sell it.
I mean, it's like in and out.
Yeah.
You're not making money from it.
True.
So you should come up with a plan whereby maybe in 3-4 years, depends on how the market is, then you can then purge yourself off and
a long time,
get a profit. Exactly. Have a long time plan towards that. So
so guys, for those of you still on the fence, you heard it from the Go2Guy. Now, as we end, so what we do for everyone, and I hope to continue to do this, is I never tell them about the book 6 Tips to Thrive as a Creative.
Okay.
So I wrote this, and in it are 6 tips that I believe every creative, if you imbibe it, will go far. So I'm just going to ask you a question based on them. There are things that I'm sure all our conversation so far has bordered around it. So quick answers to them, and then we call it a day with Emmanuel so that I can go close some homes. So the first tip I tell people is, don't wait for approvals to showcase your creation. Now, that is on the premise of you being audacious, that you have to be audacious.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say that is true, especially in your line of work?
Well, in my line of work, if you want to grow and scale real quick, hold on to your God. I hold on to God.
Yeah.
And grace has brought me thus far.
Yeah.
People out there, I've heard it. We've spoken about it before. They think I started real estate 10, 15 years ago. But do I want to tell you how many years ago I started real estate? Less than 4 years ago.
You heard that.
Less than 4 years ago. So which means you can actually grow fast. If you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Now, being audacious is one thing.
Yeah.
Being consistent in being audacious.
Oh, I like that.
Is another.
I like that.
Because you would hear people whisper things
True.
to you. People will tell you things, but you being able to sieve, the right
from
advice and keep, you should also have that discerning spirit or being able to take the right things
Yeah.
that you still use and continue
True.
to grow,
True.
rather than hearing an advice and you're like, oh, okay, or you now relapse. No,
True.
take it, grow from it, make amends, grow. You keep growing. Yeah. So being consistently audacious
Yeah.
is a factor for growth.
Oh, I like that a lot. Not just being audacious, but being consistent in being audacious.
Exactly.
Awesome. Now, the second tip that I tell people is, this one is right off your alley.
Tell me.
Don't play small.
Don't play small.
So tell me about that.
Well, being a creative in any area of industry you are in, know this, that you can get to the top regardless. Regardless of your present situation, regardless of your present condition at the moment. I tell my team members this most times. It's in your head or your mind. Whatever your mind or your head, can conceive, you can get to it. Now, you can meet with anybody, be it an influential person or you've been looking up to, or you can meet with them if you strategically position yourself.
Yeah.
You get, or a client, you can meet with whosoever it is. They are humans. You're also human.
True.
They are waiting for you to come to them.
So why belittle yourself?
So why belittle yourself?
In fact, I'll tell you why I say this right up. This is what the book says. The price of admission to playing big is in your mind.
It's in your mind.
Now, Emmanuel doesn't know about this book. I make it a point, even though I'm going to send a copy after the episode, I make it a point not to tell them, so that you can see that the truths in this book are universal truths that the people who are getting results are actually using.
Right.
So I'm going to move on quickly now to the third one. And it says, and is my favorite, it's and I'll explain it. It says, don't have admiration paralysis. So admiration paralysis is,
okay, break it down.
You look at someone in your field doing amazing things. Let's for relevance for where we are, like a Justin Hab, who is like one of the top guys, and you're like, I can never be like him. So you admire him, but then you're not paralyzed and say, if I start, they're already doing it. If I do this, they're already doing that. So in the book, it says, don't have that admiration paralysis. That admiration should fuel your desire to create and not make you cower in fear that leads to inaction.
Right on.
What do you say about that?
Right on. It's good to have a mentor, but you have that potential to even be better than your mentor.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
Don't cap it at how your mentor or who your mentor is.
Yeah.
Have that mindset that you can even be way better.
Way better, yeah.
We have a way of, adoring people.
Yeah, hero worship,
and you're only just boxing yourself.
True.
You're limiting yourself. Rather, let them guide you. Let the mentor guide you, or whosoever. Let them guide you in being able to achieve what you want, or guide. But you should know in your mind that you are going to supersede this person.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Let me put in context now in real estate.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's the Justin Have, right? Which he's been in the industry for over 25 years.
Oh, yeah, over 2 decades.
Exactly. I have that information I know.
Yeah.
I don't get to think in my head that, okay, Emmanuel, you cannot be way better than this guy.
Yeah.
Now, he is not my competitor.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
Now, I look at it from the perspective that, okay, What's he doing? Yes, he's not my mentor, but I closely watch him, his podcast sometimes, whatever, whenever he's talking. And I closely watch him and I'm like, okay, I would emulate one or two things.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know that I will supersede, right? Whatever is he has been doing and what he is at the moment.
Yeah.
My mind is not capped at, okay, I am the just black just enough. No,
definitely not.
No. Rather, I want to just deliver excellent services.
Write your own story.
Right, exactly.
There's something that I said in the book. I said, just like you said, that your path is different. Your scope, background, and exposure are different. Let their work encourage and inspire you.
Simple. That's it.
But don't let it stop you. And then I said, why would you suppress the fantastic creative that is you in order to perform as a poor imitation of somebody else? So you are so right in that sense that limitations are imaginary. You are the one that sets them.
You're the one that sets it. Why set it?
Why set it? So creativity allows you to beat. So what I try to tell people, especially people that I consult for, and say, look, the limitations you're looking at, it's in your mind. The first task we're going to do is to
deal with your
mind to beat those limitations.
Exactly.
And then let you see that it's actually possible to do much more than what you are capping yourself as. Yes, there might be policies that means that you can't go beyond that, but that doesn't mean that you cannot find a different expression to be that. You understand? So like you've started a Christmas party that has grown into something that has a life of its own. The way you decided to package yourself, all those you were writing your own story. You admired some of the things other people did, and then you made it your own. You took ownership of it. Which takes me to the fourth tip, right? And this one, it's pretty straightforward. It says that I said, if you do not have it when you want to start, you don't need it to start. That's about starting with what you have.
Right on.
How have you been able to use this in your line of work, where you didn't seem to have everything, but the little you had, it just boom started?
Even up until the moment as we speak, whatever comes in, there's a portion allocated to creativity.
Nice.
They have to be. You just don't. When you make your commissions or your earnings, everything shouldn't just go into, or the expenses shouldn't just go into paying bills and all that. Allocate. Try your best to allocate, which I've done, to allocate a portion into your business. Now I'll tell you what that does. You've sown.
True.
You've planted.
Yeah.
Now you are watering. That money, what you've allocated, is you watering all what you've planted. And when you water a plant, what happens?
It grows.
It not just grows,
fruits.
It produces fruits. It blossoms.
Yeah.
Right? So, speaking about that, that's the secret.
What you put back will grow to give you
more
what you need to have.
Exactly.
So that's
simple as that.
That is the fifth one. The fifth one, I said, own your story. Document. Now, how? Because what you cannot remember, what you cannot go back to, it's lost, right? I'm guessing that there have been situations where you had ideas and you just wrote it down, or documenting how you wanted to do something that has helped you in your business. What is the importance of being able to have a system where you can document your journey or how you intend to grow? What role does that play?
In our business, in our industry, I would say the easiest way to document your story, the easiest way I'll tell you, is whenever you close a house, you just do a possession video.
Okay.
You do a possession or take a picture,
Yeah.
even if the client doesn't want his or face to show. You just take the picture,
And then you can blow out the face.
blow out the face, or you take the picture with the house or something
Yeah.
showing that you closed on
I
this
did this,
house, you
yeah.
did this. That's a point there. Like that's a major documentation.
Yeah.
It doesn't just help you, it helps your business
True. There's a
grow.
track record of
There's a
these are
track
the
record.
things that we've done.
Exactly.
Why you can trust us.
Why you can
Awesome.
trust. And I mean, these are what people want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see that, okay, you trusted, you are in business. And those are one of the decisions that they will take to hire you to represent them.
Wow.
You do not show it, how would they know?
How will they know? It's like saying you're the best, but you're in the dark, right?
Exactly. even the bigger brands, all brands out there.
There's still so much going.
Up until tomorrow, everyone is advertising. Everyone
look,
is.
Look at the World Cup, for example. They started this
Exactly.
thing called hydration break. Come on, it's just a gimmick. What's hydration break? We've been playing football for ages.
Hydration break.
But hydration break is all of a sudden every advertisement is going there. It's ads.
Ads.
You know, everybody wants to show that, hey, this is what I've done. Wow. Yeah.
Ads are going.
Mm-hmm. And that's billions of dollars.
That's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
That's billions of dollars. And those companies putting up those ads,
they know exactly what
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They are watering back.
Yeah.
So they can consistently stay in business.
True.
But they could have decided to do what? You know, keep the money.
Yeah.
Keep saving the money.
Yeah.
But how would the next business come if they just
True.
keep stacking the money in their accounts without watering?
Wow.
So
yeah,
there should always be a portion
that goes back into watering. Yeah.
That goes back into
yeah.
the
And then the last one in the book, it's not exactly a tip. It is in a way, but it's also like a matching order in the sense that I said, haven't done all these things, right? Decide to succeed. Make that decision to succeed.
Okay.
So the question for you is that in your line of work, at what point, if you can, still, if you can mention it, did you decide, you know what, I'm going to succeed doing this? And why is that? Why should that decision be important for any creative in any field?
It will sound a little bit funny and maybe untrue, but I'll say it as is.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Before I started, or before I became licensed,
yeah,
I knew I will succeed in this line of work. Why? It comes to the point of me being, wanting to see people happy. You get, it comes with, for me, it comes with being genuine.
Yeah.
You being genuine in any area of profession you are in and looking out for people, regardless, you will grow. Like I said earlier on, people know. They watch. They know if you are acting in their best interest. And before you know it, you close on the deal.
They keep coming back.
They'll keep coming back.
Views.
And your business will get to a point whereby it's based on referrals.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know you're doing things right.
Mm-hmm.
When your clientels are now they're now the ones that are telling people about your business, bringing their friends and families, colleagues, to utilize your business. You know you are doing something right, or your company is doing something right.
Yeah.
So success is an ongoing thing. We all still work. All companies out there are work in progress. Yeah. And it's just the matter of you consistently striving to be the best.
So it's been a fantastic time having you on the show. But if potential home buyers to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you?
Well, if they want to reach out to us, they can always reach out to us through our email or phone call.
Yeah.
They can give us a call on 403-401-4935.
Awesome.
And we will pick
And
your call.
help them to get that into their dream home.
Of course, either their dream home or their
investment
properties. And like I said, our mantra is impacting lives positively through real estate.
So as a way to end the show, if you were to encourage somebody struggling to, start out in their creative expressions, what would you tell them to do?
Well, if I would encourage anyone struggling, it's in your mind. Just, flip your mind towards the positives that you can do it. And you will do it. You will do it because someone once did it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Mr. Emmanuel Olorunrinu, your go-to guy. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Adeleke. We do creatives.
We do creative. So, guys, to come your way again, stay creative. Right. Go get it.
Go get it.
See you on the next one.
See you there.
Awesome.